Today we're going to be taking a look at 10 tools I recommend you have if you're getting into apartment maintenance or residential maintenance. And I have a few different brands and variants laid out here. Just a few that I've used over the years and work best for me, but what you choose will kind of depend on your own personal preference, your budget, and then the community you work at. The first tool we're going to take a look at is the pump pliers. They're probably one of the more important tools you're going to use in residential and apartment maintenance. You're going to get very intimate with this tool. You're going to be behind air handlers, under sinks, behind toilets. You know, they're going to be used in a lot of different applications from electrical, plumbing, HVAC. So make sure you pick a pair that fit your hand good and, you develop a preference for that work best for you. Two brands I like are the Irwin groove lock pliers and then the Weehaw pump pliers. These are both push button style pliers. I like the Weehaw because the form factor. I like the angle on them, and I like how when they're closed, they close down nice and tight so they can fit in your pocket or an EDC pouch very well. And they also open up to 1.5 inches and they're super thin, so you can get in a lot of tight places with those and still get a lot done. Secondly, I like the Irwin pliers. I've been using these for probably 10 years. And one thing I like about these, a feature you don't see in a lot of other brands, is you can close them down without pushing the button. You still got to push the button to open them, but being able to do that, you can use these one-handed. If you can get one hand in and clamp down on something, you can slide back, and that gives you a little bit more flexibility. So that's two brands of pump pliers I recommend. I like both of them. I'm a little bit newer to the Weehaw. They're a little bit more, expensive. Obviously, they're made in Germany, so they're going to cost more. There's a premium for anything made in Germany. We all know that. But the Irwin groove lock pliers are just as good, if not better, for certain applications. And, you can get those at Lowe's or online pretty cheap. So they're budget friendly and they have a good warranty. So you can't really go wrong with those either. Another very important tool in apartment maintenance and residential maintenance are the wire strippers. These are the Klein Tools 1019s. I prefer these because they can cover some smaller gauge wire and they go up to 10 gauge. They also have cutters built in. They have screw shears and they can do insulated and non-insulated crimps. So these are probably my go-to wire strippers. But if you want something a little bit more heavy duty, Klein makes these combination pliers. They don't have as many features, but they're a lot thicker and you can actually pull wire with them. They're kind of built like linemen's on the front, so they come in handy for that. I don't carry linemen's. I don't really need them where I work at, but if I am going to work with Romex and pull wire, I'll grab these on certain jobs. So that's the two wire strippers I prefer. They make a ton of different brands, so just find one that fits you and fits the property you work at. Up next is the adjustable wrench, or the pliers wrench. I'm looking at two different tools here because the pliers wrench and adjustable wrench essentially serve the same purpose and, in my opinion, can be used interchangeably. Some people prefer just an old school adjustable wrench. I carried one for years, but I recently switched over to the Knipex pliers wrench, and I use it the same way I used my adjustable wrench. And the reason you might want to use one of these is on finished surfaces, copper, any kind of fitting that you don't want to mar up. If you're using like pump pliers or channel locks, they're going to have these little teeth here and they're going to tear into finished surfaces. So it's better just to use a smooth surface pliers wrench or adjustable wrench, especially on like shower heads, faucets, or any, brass fitting. But again, I prefer the Knipex pliers wrench. It works for me and that's what I like to use. The next tool we're going to take a look at is the long nose pliers or needle nose pliers. I like the ones that have the little cutters built in. These are made by Weehaw. These are made by Klein. They're both good pliers, but you'll use these mainly in electrical, HVAC, and appliance repair. You'll use them for pulling plugs, pulling fuses, and looping wire to go on receptacles. Another thing you're going to use them for is pulling hairballs out of drains and things of that nature. So you definitely have to have a pair of needle nose pliers. Another tool you're going to use every day as a maintenance technician is a utility knife. I picked this one up a couple months ago. It's made by Gerber. I like it because it's slim and lightweight. It's kind of an EDC style utility knife. I was using this bigger Husky knife, but I switched over because I wanted something smaller and lighter. But this one was still a good knife, so it's just kind of personal preference, but you will need a utility knife. The next tool we're going to take a look at is the side cutter or the diagonal cutter, whatever you want to call it. This one's made by Tools. This is a more heavy duty set. And then I have a smaller set made by Weha. And the size really depends on how much leverage you're going to get. Obviously, these have about the same size bite, but the bigger handle is going to give you a lot more leverage, so you're going to be able to cut through stuff a lot easier versus using this smaller set. And that really depends on just how much grip you have in you. A lot of people, they need the bigger set, but if you can get by with the smaller set and, lighten up your bag, perfectly fine. I use these most of the time. I used to carry these big heavy duty ones everywhere, but I'm trying to lighten up my load, so I've been using these and they work just fine. I can do everything with them that I was able to do with the Tools heavy duty side cutters. But I primarily use them for snipping wires and zip ties. Aside from that, I don't do a whole lot with them, but they're a very crucial tool and you gotta have it. It's just one of them things. There's not really a lot of substitute for a pair of diagonal cutters or side cutters. Another tool I recommend is a multi-bit precision screwdriver. And what bits and configuration you have kind of depends on the property you work at. But one I use a lot is the Tools 32614. I use this primarily for HVAC because it has a Schrader valve tool and a flathead for thermostat wire. And a newer one from Tools is the 32611P. And I'm considering using this for my precision screwdriver and all my loadouts because it has a bit carousel and it has an assortment of different bits. It has a magnet on this side and it also has a 1/4" drive, so you can use regular bits with it as well. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking my little Schrader valve tool out and adding it to this screwdriver and letting this be my little dedicated precision screwdriver. But these things come in all kinds of different brands and shapes and sizes, so just get what's best for you and what your preference is. These are just some that I recommend. Another tool you're going to use quite often is a flashlight. This one's made by Woobin. This is the Woobin E7. And a few things I look for in a flashlight. One is a rechargeable battery with the USB Type-C charger. That way I can use the same charger as my cell phone. And another feature I look for is a magnet, because when I'm working on appliances and air conditioners, I like to be able to stick this on the side and kind of move it to where I want it, and it frees up my hands. I don't like holding a flashlight when I'm working, and I don't like wearing a headlamp, so that's just something I like to do. So definitely for me, I gotta have a magnet and I gotta have a rechargeable light. But another thing I like about this light, it has a little pocket clip right here, and it also has different settings. You just hold it down and the memory will stay on the last setting you had it on. So if you have like the dimmer setting, turn it off and turn it back on, it's going to stay there. Again, this is the Woobin E7. The next tool we're going to take a look at is the multi-bit screwdriver. This is the Tools 11-in-1 ratchet screwdriver. I've kind of changed this one up a little bit, but we'll get into that in a minute. With the 11-in-1 by itself, it comes with the assortment of bits and nut drivers. Built into the handle, you got a 1/2 inch deep well that's ratcheting, so you can use that on toilet bolts, like the tank bolts, some of the floor bolts, anything that's 1/2 inch, and it works like a deep well. So if you have a bolt, that long, it'll go inside. You can use it that way. It's got your 3/8. You can use that on garbage disposals, ballast. Your 5/16. Use that on air conditioners, appliances. And then it has a 1/4 inch. Same thing, air conditioners and appliances. And then an assortment of bits. You got your flatheads, Phillips, square bits, and a Torx bit. And this can be changed out because this has a magnetic bit driver built into it. So you can put any 1/4 inch drive bit in there. It's all down to preference and what you use at your property. But here's the one I like to carry. Again, this is the Tools 11-in-1 ratchet screwdriver. But I have changed this one out. I have a Schrader valve tool that I carry on the magnetic side. Then I have a Phillips and a flathead. And on this side, I got my Malco. This is a 5/16 and 1/4 inch magnetic bit. It's a flip socket, so you can just flip it around to whatever size you need. So that's how I like to use it. Another option is the little ratchet and stubbies. You might want to use one of those. It's the same thing. It's a multi-bit screwdriver. This one don't have as many bits in it, but if you prefer stubbies, that's a good option too. Like I said, the multi-bit screwdrivers come in a ton of different brands, but I like the Klein 11-in-1. It works good for me, and I like the ratchet-in-1 better. Just because if you're in a tight place, you know, you don't have to do this and take your hand off it. You can keep your hand on it while you ratchet. And the last tool I'm going to recommend is an impact driver. This one's made by DeWalt. This is a DeWalt Extreme Subcompact Series. This is a 12-volt model. And I use this for unbuttoning appliances. I'll use it for running sheetrock screws, construction screws, a lot of various tasks. And a lot of times I'll use it in conjunction with my 11-in-1 because the bits in the 11-in-1 are all impact rated. So I can just pop them in here and use it that way. And that gives me a lot of different options there. But you definitely want to pick up an impact driver. I prefer DeWalt. A lot of people like the Milwaukee M12s, but I don't really like them because to me, having the battery in the handle is too thick. I like the DeWalt better with the battery at the bottom. And to me, it just feels more balanced and comfortable to use. That's just personal preference though. Get whatever works for you. But again, this is the DeWalt 12-volt impact driver, and this is my preference for impact. But again, these are just a few tools and tool variants and different brands that I kind of recommend if you're getting into apartment maintenance or residential maintenance. But ultimately, it's up to you to pick the tools that fit you best and fit your needs. These are just a few of my personal favorites, but I hope you all liked the video. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.